Hey, good morning everybody. This is ElkantarUm, I have decided to do a Hurtworld series. It's been a while. You can see by my other videos it's been a year or so. I played off and on sometimes, and it's not until it's become more stable and there's better content that I decided to come back, and I wanted to give it another try. I'm going to start this off from the very beginning. I'm going to do the very basics and go from there. Okay, after the basic character creation, which is pretty similar to all the other games, you can do your ponytail, your facial hair and stuff like this. It helps you give you some unique characteristics, but they're pretty basic. The next thing happens is that you spawn into the world and it looks just like this. You're on a beach, the water's pretty good looking. You can swim, I guess. Now you can, I guess, but the mechanics just aren't that good for that. You start in a mode like this, first person, okay? And you see a little tiny dot in the middle of my screen. That's what I use to pick things up. E to pick things up. And then it goes in my hotbar. Um, this is how you collect wood, and these are stones and flint. Okay, and then I'll show you how to create new weapons. What I wanted to show you here was the F2 key is how you change your perspective from first person to second player, or third person. I like third person better. I think it gives me a better view of what's going on around me. What you need to know in this game is if there's anybody else on the server, when you log on, you need to just assume that you can be hunted from day one. There are no safe zones. There's no immunity to death when you first log in or anything like that. This is Hurtworld. Hurtworld is very hard. Okay, and you can see the sun's getting ready to go down. I'm probably going to freeze to death tonight, unless I can find some more items. There's food right there if I can get I think I have enough for a spear. Let's see. This 10, no, we're not even close for a spear. I can make that, or I can make this. I'm not going to pick yet. Yes, I am. I'm going to make this to begin with. There we go. Now we have a pickaxe. Now I need some more stones. That might be enough. No, I need wood. So you have to look around for wood. There's stone. And you hear the footsteps in the background. Other people can hear those footsteps. So it's not as bad as it used to be. There's wood right there. Okay. Now I have enough to make this. There we go. So now we have the hatchet and the pickaxe. So we can start doing some mining if we find a node. This is your logout box. This is what it looks like, and it will have your name on it. Okay, when you log out. Don't log out in the middle of nowhere. Hide up in the hills. Okay, if you absolutely have to log out in the middle of a bush. Make it hard to see that box, because even now I could take any tool and kill you. This guy probably doesn't have anything because he's right here on the beach. So just make it harder to find that box when you log out, at least until you get a shack or a fort of some kind. Forts aren't too hard to make. It does take some grinding for material. Right now I'm trying to get enough wood to do a fire for tonight and a spear. I don't know if I can do both. It's probably going to be a lonely, cold night. You will see the temperature. The temperature is up here. You'll see it start to drop. And when it gets into the freezing, your character will start to freeze. And you can die of hypothermia. So I'm just picking up enough that I feel comfortable. What does it cost for a fire pit? 20, see? So I need 5 more at least to make the spear. Okay, there's an iron meteor shower coming down. So let's take a look. Here's the meteor showers. You see all these circles? That's where it's supposed to hit. I don't think I can get over there in time. Eventually I can go over. But the zone, see, that's going to be a hot zone. I can't go into the hot zone until I get protective gear. This is a cold zone. I can't go into the cold zone. And this is even more cold. And this is even more hot. So you have to get that protective equipment first before you can change zones. Okay, so now my counter is telling me I have 3 minutes to make a fire or die. I don't want to make a fire right out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to go over here in between these trees, in between these rocks. I want to try to limit my reflection. There we go. This looks good. Right here. So now I'm going to make a fire pit and then place it. I don't have anything to cook, but it'll keep me warm tonight. And as soon as I warm up, I'm going to dash out. That thunder you hear in the background, that's the meteor shower. I'm going to dash out and try to pick up some more gear and run back and warm up. It's hard to see at night, and it's supposed to be. Sometimes the moon is out, sometimes the moon is not out. Wood is a precious resource. Get all you can because you need it for a lot. Wood and leather. You can never have too much of it. Okay, so I've made a circuit. I'm going to try to go back. You can see the little bit of the glow from the fire. That's okay. I don't think there's resources up here in the grass, but I could be wrong. Now, I'm not going to be 100% correct on some of the stuff for this because the server, the software has been updated quite a bit. So I'll just have a general feel, and then we'll be exploring a lot of the how-tos together. There we go. Warm back up. Again, the closer you are to the fire, the warmer you get. And you can see your temperature raise when you get closer to the fire. So if I step away from the fire, the temperature drops. There we go. Alright, so I have enough to make a spear. There we go. Now to get any further, I need sinew. So the other thing I wanted to show you is this is the pop-up for this, okay? There's 24 player versus player damage, 15 player versus environment. That means 15 towards 15 towards critters, deer, monsters, whatever you want to come across. Okay, the chopping power, stone spear, flint hatchet. Why is it showing me the flint hatchet at the same time? That's strange. Oh, because that's in my hand. Oh, it's comparing it to what I have in my hand. So the hatchet in my hand has more power, but you have to get closer. The advantage of the spear is, let me get up here, I'll show you, is with the R key, I can throw the spear. And then you can collect it. Okay? It doesn't wear down. And then you have to use the R key. Now once you go like this, you can't run. Okay? But R will bring it back down again. So toss it up, and then you can throw it, and then collect it. Now if you throw it up high, you're not going to be able to collect it, because sometimes you can't jump that high. So you're going to notice me picking up and scavenging a lot of stuff here. I think that there was a deer over here I'm going to try to go get. can't see anything. No, I'm not seeing a deer. Okay, I'm going to run back and get warm again. You can run over the rocks. Just a space bar to jump, like normal games. Normal movement is the WASD keys. And the tab is your character sheet and crafting. So this is your hand crafting. Other crafting, you have to have the benches, and we'll work on that later. Okay, so down here you see my hunger. I've got about an hour before I start starving to death. Here's another meteor shower coming in. It's a mondanium, and you're going to see green. Come on, where is it? Somewhere over here probably, or here. You'll see green circles pop up in a little bit. And that's where it's going to be. So if you're ever running around, right, and then all of a sudden you see these big circles around you, take cover, because those meteor showers can come down right on top of your head. Okay, and I think that was just enough fire to last me the night. You see the sun coming up over there? Okay, so now we're going to go inland, now that we have... And the fire, as soon as it's out of fuel, disappears. Okay, the temperature's still kind of low, but the sun is coming up. There it is right there. And we're going to go inland. Now, the further inland you go, the less resources you find just lying around, so we'll have to mine them, but that's okay, we've got the gear for it. So the deer sound almost like somebody laughing at you. And you'll probably hear it from time to time. They do attack, they are aggressive. This is new. I didn't know I couldn't get into there. These are, they're called orangs, but I call them oranges. See, it's an orang. It's an orang, but we can eat that. They're tasty. And then we have a seed. Let's see, this is a seed. There's 3 seeds actually. So we'll be able to plant those when we decide to set up shelter. Always have my weapon out because something's bound to jump out at you. So we're going to come across some ore nodes. I'll show you what those look like in a minute. It's not rocks. Those are rocks. You can't harvest that. There we go. There's a deer. So I throw it because I get more power with it. And I'm trying for a headshot. I'm letting that deer run away. He might... I think I'm going to draw both deer at me. Shoot, I don't think I can handle the deer. Let's give it a shot. Oh, there we go. Oh, missed. There we go. Good shot. So now we've got amber, hide, and tendon. Not really anything I can eat yet, but that's a good start. So, from that was too close. See, they already picked up on me. I pick up my spear first because it's going to go into this first slot. Whatever you pick up first goes in the first slot. Nothing to eat. We need food. Yeah. You can try to kill the rabbits with a spear, but good luck with that. I've got hours and hours of playing this game, and I've killed like 2. Okay, and hours is hundreds of hours, not weeks. Okay, this is a coal. This is coal and rock. Coal and stone, sorry. Stone. There we go. We got amber and coal. Okay. That way. Let's see where we're at. We're here. So you can see that I've played this before, and I have a shack that I set up here and a house here. But I wanted to start over on the beach and give you guys a feel for how to start the game. And I think I've done that. We have a few more minutes left. Try to get headshots when you shoot the deer. Okay, if you get headshots, it's usually a kill. And that's with most things. Most things have a headshot. I'm going to try to get a bow. I think we almost have enough for a bow. Yeah. I think we're going to get there close. See that blue house over there, way in the distance? That is a town. And if there's people on the servers, you're going to get town events. You're going to get town events now. This is iron and stone. And it takes forever with the stone pick. But we picked up a couple iron there. Now there's a rabbit here. I might see if I can't sneak. Not even close. C is a sneak key, crouch. And you're really quiet when you do that. I'll run you over here and see what we can get. I think in the towns all we get is ammo. See, we're almost as fast as him, but as soon as I hit the R key, we're going to slow down. Oh, I hit him, but it wasn't enough to kill him. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. So this is a town. And you can't build here. If you see here in the corner, there's no build. I can't build. It is shackable, so I can put a shack here, but I can't build. I don't know how much good shacks would do you if you can't build. And I'm not seeing any boxes. Usually there's boxes here. There's one. This will have some sort of loot in it. Ammo for the guns that I don't have yet. Oh, that's cool. So they have a crouchable area now. And my bet is there's probably a box that goes there. Okay. So this is a ladder. It doesn't. You can just run up and run straight into it, and it'll pop you up. You can also use it backwards like this. And the shift key sprints. So this is regular run, and there's a slight boost if you sprint. That's pretty good. I saw somebody destroy wood structures with dynamite. So you might keep that in mind when you go to build something, that just dynamite, which is fairly easy to make in this game, can destroy wood structures. Spray paint. So we can go like that. I guess they're saying here. Oof. those are tough ones. Oh, that's a health kit. 2 health kits. That's really good. So now we could use those. Basically, that would be number 8, and if I left-clicked it and hold down, I eat it, and then it'll heal me back up. That's going to be real helpful. Okay, it's going to get dark again. Oh, it's a helicopter. They do have helicopters in this. They're very hard to fly. And here's how you interact. You have to find an engine. You have to find blades, and you have to find, I think, blades and the engine, gearbox, blade, and an engine, and gas. And then you can fly it. Very hard to do. If you have a, see, I can get inside. I just got inside. So to get out is E. Okay. E is to enter and E is to exit. And it's very hard to fly, but it might just be my lack of practice. I flew once. And this could be dinner. I don't know how far he's going to run. Bingo. And I did see a steak fall there. Okay, so now we have something we can cook tonight. There's wood. Okay. So I will see how much wood I have. Maybe we'll make a shack. So as I hit these things, I always change my position and look around me, make sure nobody's sneaking up on me. Because they do sneak up on you a lot. Okay. Top of the hill is just my preference to make bases and stuff. It's out of the way, and there's hardly ever any kind of loot or whatnot up here. This is actually a pretty good spot, I think. Okay, I don't think we'll need a base tonight, but what we're going to do is we're going to make a bench, which is 20, and we're going to place the bench down. Okay, and then we're going to make a fire pit, which is 20. So put the wood, shift-click puts items inside, and that'll put it down in my inventory, and that'll put it over there. So there's the fire pit we're going to cook on. Here's what we're cooking. Okay, and we're going to put it down right over here because I'm going to do some smelting, and I don't want it too close to me. So now I'm going to take the wood out, put the coal in, and put the fire in. Or put the iron ore in. Now, it's going to take 5 cycles for the iron ore to smelt. But if you control click on it, it splits it in 2. Now it's only going to take 3 cycles. And that saves you time. Heat up real quick. Okay, and I'm going to run over here and make some other stuff. Okay, so, put my leather in here. This and this, and I'm going to make a bow. Okay, basic bow. That's going to come down there and replace that. Okay, and then we're going to make some arrows. There we go. That'll work for right now. I'm going to go check on the stuff cooking, and it's all done. I'm going to put a steak in there. There we go. Now, you see my temperature went all the way up to 37 degrees Celsius, and I'm starting to get heat stroke because I'm too close to the fire, because that coal burns really fast. So when I put the cursor over it, it tells you how long it's going to take to cook and how long it takes to rot. So now I can back away from the fire and cool down a little bit. I'm going to eat that steak because I'm really hungry. There we go. And because we're going to stay here for a while, I'm going to plant the seeds. And I just plant them around the fire because I think they grow better around fire. Maybe, yeah, that should work. Okay. So I'm just looking around for items to pick up. Okay, there's a sandstorm kicking up. You see the particles floating by the screen? Okay, so let me take a look at the map. Yeah, you see the map has a circle on it, says there's a sandstorm right here. And over there, there's a blizzard. Okay. So we made the bow. We have some arrows. The basics on the bow. As long as you have arrows and you right click, it zooms in on the bow. Left click draws it back, hold down. And when you release on the left button, you shoot the arrow. Every arrow you shoot, you lose. There's no reclaiming arrows. Now, if I let go of the left button before the right, no, if I let go of the right button before the left, I stop drawing the bow. And then I can let go of the left, and I don't waste the arrow. But again, it's right button to aim, pull back, and fire. And I'm not going to waste the arrow. So what I found on the maps are things like this area here has a lot of resources, deer and ores and stuff like this. This area here does too, and I'm assuming this area here does too. So we'll take a look at those later on. So I think that that's enough for this video. We're going to go over by the fire and end it out. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. If you like this video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up and I'll make more like it. I'm trying to cover the whole basics of this. There's a whole kind of tribe clan thing going on in this game now in Hurtworld, and I really think it'll be interesting, but I have to learn how to do it, and I'll learn with you guys, and everybody will be on the same page. When you start the server, just say hi to everybody. Don't be that loner. That loner is the guy who gets killed. The game is made for team effort. The more people you have on your team, the longer you live. Alright, thanks a lot guys, and I appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe.
There's a bike, maybe we're lucky.
You are lucky, because it looks like you have 4 wheels and an engine and a transmission.
I got fuel and transmission.
You got a transmission on a bike?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, come here, and this has like the inventory things on. Okay,
Yeah.
put all the bike and vehicle stuff in it and you can drive it.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay, I'm 30 minutes away from Stargate.
30 minutes?
12 minutes, I mean. 12.
Oh, come on, I keep hitting the wrong